Good morning and welcome to See You Out There. This is my Aquila 36 with the hydrofoil power catamaran, and her name is Abracadabra. We've had Abracadabra for almost a year, but it's been a slow year for us because we've had a few health challenges, which is why we now have Abracadabra. And we are learning how to use Abracadabra, because if you remember my last boat, which was a Lagoon 380 S2 sailing catamaran, this is a very, very different boat. She goes fast. And when I say fast, I mean 45 miles an hour fast. Don't drop the balls. We've owned her for almost a year. And in that time, we've been learning how to use her and how to live on her. And please pardon my mess. When you're working on a boat in a small space, you tend to make a big mess. Actually, what I mean to say is I tend to make a big mess. So yeah, when I'm being creative, I'm super messy. What I wanted to do was give you guys a quick and dirty tour, and I think the dirty part is gonna be the fact that it's kind of a mess right now. But we're okay with that. We're okay with that because there'll be lots of beautiful things that I can show you later on. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Now, if you don't remember what Abracadabra looked like before I put the kitchen up, here is a quick reminder of us zipping along, and here's the new kitchen. I added a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and start with that cabinet up above. I found that on Amazon for about $80. It's really more of a proof of concept kind of thing because I don't expect it to last for a long time. But I love the shape of it. And then I added a metal frame that exactly fit our microwave. And then I bolted that to the wooden frame. And then I added a dishwasher. And this dishwasher can do an entire load using 1.3 gallons of water, which is about 1/3 of what I can do dishes by hand. So it makes a lot of sense when you're in the Bahamas and water is 50 cents a gallon. So I'll take it. I added a little motion sensor light under there, and these are 2 cutting boards that I spent a lot of time trying to find the exact right size that fits on top of my sink, because nothing on a boat is standard size. So there is my sink. And I love that I can tilt the faucet down and completely hide it if I want to give me more counter space. When you have limited counter space in the galley, that is just a really great thing. And how lucky did I get finding a cutting board that had a little circle cut out so I could put the hose for the dishwasher right down in there. It's hard to do with one hand. It's usually much quicker. I also have a little tray that has my dish soap, my dishwasher soap, and there's a touch-on light. Got my salt and pepper, got my teapot, have my water filter, and of course, what would Abracadabra be without her witch? Then I added this little container here to hold the lighter for the grill that's out on the back porch. Oh, sorry. Do boats have porches? You know what I mean. I'll show you later. and wooden spoons. And all of these silver handles here, I added on. They weren't there. And those are some new bowls that I bought for Abracadabra because Abracadabra's colors are aubergine and buff. And there's my teapot, and I have a bunch of plates there that are stacked with a divider between them so they don't rattle too much and they don't go anywhere. Those railings are just door pulls. And I've got some more cups going in there. And I've got some cute little serving bowls. They're not going anywhere behind that railing. More storage. I'm going to put coffee in there. Right now it doesn't have anything in there, but I'll add some coffee. So all in all, this tiny little $80 piece of wood really kind of redefined this space for me and made it feel much more homey and much more like a galley. And I added all of that used to be all white. It was just plain white fiberglass. And I just put a inexpensive vinyl wrap on it. It doesn't hurt the fiberglass, and it just gives it a much more homey feel. This is for when the boat is bouncing over the waves. It can actually throw that door open. The original owners of this boat ordered a larger fridge for Abracadabra before she was Abracadabra, for which I am eternally grateful because you can never have enough refrigerator space. And as you'll see, we also have a powered DC cooler on board to put the things that we want to keep frozen in there. Both this refrigerator and the powered cooler run on DC power. So they're both pretty efficient. Here's my little strap to make sure the dishwasher doesn't go flying while we're underway because I put little slider feet on it. So once I take that strap off, it actually just slides right out for me to fill it up with water. And as you can see, I'm giving everything the shake test here, and it's pretty solidly bolted into the wall. This was another design choice Aquila made that I'm not sure about. Those are cup holders that are kind of integrated into it. And I'll take I don't know how, but it always gets super dirty under there. I clean it all the time, and something always likes to get under there. Anyway, those cup holders that are underneath the wooden cutting board, I don't know if I would put them in because they only fit a couple kinds of cups. This is our lounge area. Oh, those are all the things that keep the plates from making noise and from sliding around. That's pretty much a must-have on board. Continuing the theme of aubergine and buff on board, I've got the pillows, and I even now have a spot for all the dog's food. We have a big standard poodle. He eats a lot of food. I actually added a lot of those stools because they're just a good choice. Here is my utensil drawer that you can plug any appliance into and see exactly how much power it's pulling versus what it's rated to pull. I also added the vinyl wrap on that as well to kind of give it a more homey feel. The white fiberglass gel coat can kind of feel sterile. And we're continuing it is really hard to find boat stuff that is aubergine, but I did manage to find enough pieces that I'm really happy with it. And you can see the curtains, those came with the boat. Those are always there. And this is sort of my portable pantry. It's empty right now, but generally I keep all the food products like bread or anything that doesn't need to be refrigerated goes in there. And there's a couple of other spots that I will show you later on where I keep food squirreled away. But, there's our toaster. And I just added, I can't get enough of those lights. Those are aluminum. Those are very cool. I just added a lot of storage on this boat in the sense of little nooks and crannies that I can hang things up and scroll things away. And it's made a huge difference. Now, this is all storage, and it's also movable. So when we are sitting down, we just push those out of the way so we have lots of leg room. And one fun thing that I decided to do was to leave that there so I can put my legs up too. So we keep the TV right there when we're not underway. And now we have a 2-person lounge, which is great. Again, those boxes make great storage. And they're movable and they just tuck out of the way. So that is the tour of our new galley. Oh, there's our powered cooler. And I have a cord running right up to where the plug is right there. And there is our Starlink. And a lot of people don't think you can run it inside. I absolutely can. This is my most recent upgrade, and I'm going to tell you why. So this is a VHF radio. You either love them or you hate them. I hate them, but they're necessary for safety. You just got to have them. So ours came from the factory with the plug over on this side. And whoever's not at the helm, whoever's the navigator, well, I guess we're both at the helm, whoever's not actively steering the boat is right here. And generally this person's the one doing the talking. So it's like or I'm like, oh, get this out of the way. Or my husband is, get this out of the way. And we've tried some things like you get under here and just pulling it, but then you're like yanking it, and it was just not a good solution. So what I did was and plus, like, even if you're by yourself, like everything, I'm a lefty, if you can't tell, everything is oriented towards the right side. The joystick, the throttles, even the wheel, really. You're doing everything over here. So really, it should have been over there anyway. And we've seen a couple that were over there. And at first we were like, why would you put it over there? It's so ugly. Well, now we know. So I bought this extension cord, and it's super long. Like, I feel like it's like for people who like want to walk around the whole boat with this everywhere, but we don't need that much of it. So what I'm going to do is remove that. Mount it here. VHF will be right here. And then, because this is ugly, I've got cord hider. And I'm going to run the cord hider right along there. So it kind of visually disappears a little because that's messy. So one thing I noticed about our Aquila is that there are no fans up here. And I actually like that because I'm just not a huge fan of the Caframos. Fan. So I actually like these little USB fans that I can basically aim them wherever I need to aim them. And they just plug into one of the USB slots. So I don't mind that there are no fans up here. Do we need them? Yes, but I don't mind that they're not here. I'm really happy with that. I think my husband's going to be really happy with that because he'll be dragging the cords across where he's trying to concentrate or where I'm trying to concentrate while one of us is talking to whoever we're talking to.